Hi, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to create a really quick and simple invoice. So the first thing I'm going to do is insert a table. So go to Insert, Table, click on the drop down. So I'm going to use 4 columns and as many rows as I can fit here, and we can add more when we want to. So cursor's at the top left here, hit the return key, just move that down. And I'm going to select the table by clicking on this top left box, go to Layout, go to Height, and in here I'm going to select 0.8 and press enter. Over here you can see we've got all of these options as to where your text will lie. So I'm going to choose middle left for the time being. So the first thing is just entering all the details, and this is from the companies you're going to bill, and I'm just going to put new client company in here. And then all I'm going to do is simply go down and put in the rest of this information, speed up the video. Okay, so once we've done all that, I'm just going to move a few things. So you can see this payment to is in the center of the address. I'm going to move it to the top. So click on it, go to Layout, and then I'm going to move it to top left. So I've moved up to the top there. Now don't worry too much about the layout. We're going to sort all of that out afterwards. You can merge all of these cells if you want to. I'm just going to keep them as they are. But if you need to extend this line, or you need to extend this column here to make it a bit wider, just hover your cursor over, click and drag that line across, and then you can make some of those adjustments and you can make this column a little bit wider. I need to add some more rows, so I'm just going to click on the bottom row, go to Layout and go to this icon here and just keep clicking until we go down to the bottom. I'm not going to go too far because we may need to make some adjustments. So then I'm going to leave a space because then I want to put all the invoice information in. So I'm actually going to merge all of these cells. So I've selected them all, go to Layout and select Merge Cells. Then we put in all the details for our actual invoice. So then put in the description, your rate, the hours and the amount. So we're going to select all of that text, go to Home, click Center and bold, and then underneath here you're just going to fill out all the details you need to for your invoice. Once you've filled all those details out, once again you can adjust where you want everything to lie. So I'm going to move this text back over to the left, select it, go to Layout and go to Center Left. This one, the amount, I'm going to move over to the right. I'm going to select all of these and move those over to the right as well. And then these 2 columns I'm going to move to the center and click. Then we're going to put in our total. You can put in a subtotal if you want to. And then here you can actually use the formulas to add up all of these totals. So click in this bottom cell here, go to Layout and go to Formula. And then here you can see it says Sum Above. If it says Sum Above, you can simply just click and it will add up everything above. And then we'll just move that over to the right, and then we'll go to Home and make it bold. Now, if you do choose to change any of these, you will need to update this by clicking back on this cell, going up to Layout and then the formula, clicking on this again and selecting OK. You see I've done that twice now, so I'll just take that out. Now don't worry, we are going to sort out all of these borders and shading so that it looks nice at the end. So what I will do, I'm going to add a row in between the total just to space that out a bit. So select it, go to Layout and select Insert Above. And then all of these we can either merge or get rid of. So I'm actually going to delete these last few cells here, select them, right click and go to Delete Cells and then click OK. And then at the bottom here, select all of those cells, go to Layout and click Merge Cells. And then in here you can put whatever text you want to. And then I'm going to center that text, go up to Layout and click Center Text. And then we'll just move all of this down. And I'm going to select it all, go to Table Design. And over here you can use all of this to select what kind of border lines you want for your invoice. So I'm just going to very simply go to Borders and select No Borders, deselect, and now you can see how that lies. But I want to add some lines, so I'm going to select this section here, go to Borders, click on the drop down. I'm going to select Bottom Border, which you can see it's placed one here. But then I also want the central borders inside horizontal borders and click that one. And you can see I've now got all of those lines there. If I want this line here to be a little bit thicker, select it and click on the drop down here, go to 2 points, go to borders and select bottom border, and it will make that bottom border a little bit thicker. So it's selected the bottom border of the items or the row that I have selected. Now we're going to insert the logo, so go to Insert, Pictures, Picture from File. I'm going to select my logo and click Insert. You can't move it around at the moment, so go to Wrap Text and click in front of text. Now you can move it around. I'm just going to line that up with the text here. Now I want to insert some text here and the date here. So I'm going to go to Insert, Text Box, click on the drop down and select Draw Text Box, click and drag out a text box. I'm simply going to write Invoice, deselect it, then reselect it, go to Home, and then go to this icon here, which is Increase Font Size, and you can increase that until you're happy. So I've got this black border line around it, which I don't want, so select it, go to Shape Format, go over to this icon here, click on the drop down and select No Outline. Then I'm going to go to Home, click Copy, deselect it, click Paste, and then I'm going to move this one over here, trying to line this E up with the side of this table. So I'm going to put the date in, there we go, and then I'm going to just make sure this 3 is lined up with the side of this table here, and then make sure these 2 are lined up. Select this one, hold down your Alt or Option key and select this one, go to Shape Format, go to Align, and then you can go to Align to Top. We'll make sure those are perfectly lined up, and if we're happy with the position, I'm just going to move this one over, because as you can see that eye is not quite lined up. I'm just going to move that over a little bit. There we go. Once you're happy with their alignment, you can group them, so select them both, go to Shape Format, go to Group, click on the drop down and select Group. Now you can move them as one, which makes it a lot easier for when you're moving things up and down. So I'm going to go down to the zoom at the bottom here and then zoom out. And then I'm just going to move that table down so it's further down to the bottom of the page. Then I'm just going to move this down, there we go, and the logo down, just using my arrow keys, nothing too complicated. Perfect. So once you're happy with your invoice, you can go ahead and save it, but you can also save it as a template so you can use it over and over again. So select it, go to File, go to Save as Template. Make sure you're on templates here and make sure the file format is Microsoft Word templates, and then just click Save. Clearly you need to save it as an invoice and then just click Save. That will mean that this will be available every time you open up Word. This will be available in your templates and you can just use it over and over again. So I hope that's helped you today. If it has, please like and subscribe and have a great day.